Hello! Are you ready to begin strength training? If so, this is the week for you. I put together another quick video that's going to explain some of the benefits of strength training and reasons why we need to train our muscles. It's also going to explain how to create a strength training routine that you can do on your own. But don't worry, I've included in this app a few strength training workouts that you can do with little or no equipment. So get ready to begin strength training on Monday by watching this video.
Let's begin by exploring all of the physical benefits of strength training. First, strength training increases your metabolism. Our resting skeletal muscles are responsible for more than 25% of the body's calorie use. During a strength training session, your muscles endure a process of micro trauma, and small tears in your muscles occur. This is that sore feeling you get after completing a workout. The process of repairing and remodeling the muscles not only creates more muscle mass, but burns more calories during this process. Another benefit is it gives you stronger bones. Numerous studies have shown that strength training can play a role in slowing bone loss, and several studies show that it can even build bone mass. Activities that put stress on the bones can cause bone-forming cells to be more active. That stress comes from tugging and pushing on the bone that occurs during strength training. The result is stronger and denser bones. Strength training also improves your cardiovascular health. Your heart is a muscle. Strength training improves your blood pressure and triglyceride levels, similarly to cardiovascular exercise. It has also been shown to have a greater benefit on your HDL cholesterol level than cardiovascular exercise alone. It boosts your brain health. Numerous studies are showing that strength training improves your cognitive function and memory, helps reduce the risk of injuries. Think of your muscles as your body's natural shock absorbers. Strong muscles dissipate the landing forces experienced in weight-bearing activities. By having balanced muscles throughout your body, you can prevent overuse injuries, maintain your balance, and prevent falls. Before creating a strength training plan, it's first important to determine what your strength training goal is. There are 4 different areas that most people fall into when it comes to strength training. The first is looking to improve muscle endurance. So the focus in this area is on improving the ability of your muscles to perform over a long period of time. The second is muscle hypertrophy or muscle growth. The focus in this area is on increasing the size of your muscles. The third is muscle strength. And the focus is on increasing the amount of force your muscles can exert. And the fourth is muscle power. And the focus is on being able to exert maximum force in a short period of time. The next step would be to determine your 1RM. So your 1RM is your 1 repetition maximum. And this is the greatest amount of weight that you can lift one time. There's a few different ways on how to determine this number. One is to just keep increasing the weight until you can't lift anymore. I'm not a big fan of this approach because you could end up injuring your muscles trying to lift that heavy. My preferred way to determine this would be to use a lower body and upper body coefficient. So if you look at the table here, you're going to try and lift the amount of weight that you can, completing only 1 to 5 reps. So if you're able to complete only 4 reps of, let's say, a leg press, which would be a lower body exercise, You're then going to take that weight and multiply it by 1.16, our 4-rep lower body coefficient. And that's going to give you the amount of weight that you should be able to lift only one time. Don't get too worried about how high these numbers will be. Most of us will never really be working out at this weight. It's just important to see how strong your muscles are to begin with, so you can then determine what your weight should be when exercising at a higher number of reps. You can also go to the website I provided below, the www.nasm.org. They have a 1-rep max calculator that will do the math for you. You can also use the app to determine your 1-rep maximum. On Monday, you're going to see a 1-rep max strength assessment assigned for you. This assessment does use machines that you would find in a gym to complete the assessment. I do prefer using machines when determining a 1-rep maximum because it is much safer than trying to do this with free weights. However, don't worry if you do not have access to a gym or machines. I have another assessment as well that you'll see on Monday. The second assessment is the body weight strength endurance assessment. And this assessment does not need any equipment at all. It uses body weight to determine your strengths and weaknesses in different muscles in your body. So this won't necessarily give you your max strength number, but it will definitely give you an idea on what muscle groups you need to focus on. Now it's time to determine your strength training plan of success. So your strength training plan is really going to depend on what your strength training goal is. I don't have the general fitness category here listed, but for clients just beginning a strength training routine, the general rule of thumb is to complete 2 or 3 sets of somewhere between 8 and 15 reps. I usually start beginning clients out with 2 sets of 10 reps. You're also going to want to choose a weight that makes the number of reps, so 10 reps should be difficult, but you should be able to complete all of those reps. If you find you can't complete all 10, then you can drop that weight down. Or if you get to 10 and feel like you can keep going, then increase the weight. Once you're a little bit more comfortable with strength training, you can start working on one of the following 4 areas. So for muscle endurance, you're going to want to lift 60 to 70% of your 1-rep maximum. So not terribly heavy. You're going to complete 2 or 3 sets, and you want to do over 12 reps. You're going to rest for less than 30 seconds. For your muscle growth, you're going to increase that weight 70 to 80% of your 1-rep maximum. You're going to only do 6 to 12 reps, 3 to 6 sets. So you're increasing the number of sets, but you're drastically decreasing the reps. And your rest is going to be somewhere between 30 and 90 seconds. For muscle strength, we increase that weight again. You're going to do 2 to 6 sets with less than 6 reps, and your rest got much longer, 2 to 5 minutes. And then for muscle power, then your weight is going to be incredibly high, close to that 1-rep maximum. You're going to do 3 to 5 sets, but only 1 to 2 reps. And your rest will be similar to strength, 2 to 5 minutes. We are now going to begin looking at all of our skeletal muscles. I like this image because it very clearly identifies all of the major muscles that our exercises usually target. You may want to pause this video and maybe take a screenshot of this image so that you can refer back to it when performing the exercises. There are many tools to help you with your strength training plan. Some of the more common tools to use when completing strength training activities are your body weight machines, cable machines, dumbbells, kettlebells, barbells, medicine balls, and resistance bands. Now let's start exploring some common exercises for our different areas of our body. So first, our lower body exercises. When looking to improve your glute strength, some of the common exercises are floor bridge, wide squats, deadlifts, cable glute kickbacks, and a leg press. When working our quadriceps, we often complete lunges, maybe a narrow squat, box step-ups, and the leg extension machine. To work our hamstrings, we could do single leg deadlifts, a hamstring ball curl, a standing hamstring cable curl, or a leg curl machine. And for abductors and adductors, we have lateral lunges, side lying leg raises, ball squeezes, cable leg adduction and abduction, leg adduction or abduction machines. And last, for our lower body, we have our calf and our anterior tibialis. That's that little tiny muscle that runs in front of the shin, one of the most important muscles for its size. Here we'd be completing heel lifts, kettlebell knee raises, split squats and lunges, and the calf machine. Next, let's explore upper body exercises. For our biceps, we have our bicep curls, preacher curls, pull-ups, and the arm curl machine. For our triceps, we have our cable tricep pull downs, overhead tricep extensions, tricep kickbacks, tricep dips, and tricep extension machine. For our pectoralis, or our pecs, we have our chest press, flies, push-ups, chest press machine, and fly machine. For our deltoids, we have our rear delt row, high row, front raise, lateral raise, rear delt machine, and shoulder press machine. And for our rhomboids, we have our bent over rows, reverse flies, wide row, band pull apart, and seated row machine. And finally, that brings us to our core exercises. When most people think of core exercises, they mostly just think of working their abs. However, our core consists of the muscles that run in the front, our abdominals, and in our back. So a lot of our back exercises are considered core exercises. So first, let's look at the front. We have our abdominals. Those are our crunches, our sit-ups, our dead bug, our lying leg raise, and abdominal crunch machine. We then have the side muscles, our obliques, and those are our Russian twists, our cable twists, alternating elbow to knee, windmills, and our rotary torso machine. The next three are back muscles, also very important for the core. We have our trapezius, or our traps. Those are our shoulder shrugs, our deadlifts, our farmer's carry, and face pull. Our lats, or latissimus dorsi. Those are our pull-ups, our lat pull-down machine, our bent over rows, and our dumbbell pullovers. And last, we see the rhomboids pop up again. They're not just upper body, they also play a major role in core. Those are our bird dog exercises, deadlifts, back extension machine, and kettlebell swings. Now it's time to create a strength training routine that works best for your schedule. I have 3 different options to choose from when creating your strength training routine. However, in all options, you're going to aim to train all areas a minimum of 2 times per week. Our option 1 is a full body strength training session. This is going to take about 45 to 60 minutes, maybe even longer, and you are going to complete exercises that will train every area of your body. However, you only have to do this workout twice a week. I have it scheduled here for Mondays and Thursdays. You can move the days around however they best fit your schedule, but you want to make sure you have at least 1 or 2 days in between workout sessions. Our option 2, our workouts are a little bit shorter. However, we're going to have to be completing workouts on more days during the week. So I divided our workouts into lower body and core workouts and upper body workouts. So they each take around 30 to 40 minutes. And I have our lower body scheduled for Mondays and Thursdays and upper body for Tuesdays and Fridays. As you can see, I still have a couple of days in between working the same muscle groups. And in option 3, our workouts are much shorter. However, we are completing a workout 6 days out of the week. So I divided it into lower body, core, and upper body workouts. Each workout may only take around 25 to 30 minutes. I still left 2 days of rest when working each area of the body. So our lower body workouts we do on Mondays and Thursdays, our core we do Wednesdays and Saturdays, and our upper body we do Tuesdays and Fridays. So whatever option you choose, you're going to want to, again, aim to train all areas 2 times per week and find a routine that you can best maintain in your busy schedule. So on Monday, you're going to begin your strength training routine. You're going to want to choose a strength training plan that works best for you and your schedule, but aim to train all areas of your body at least 2 times per week. You have a couple of options on how to complete your strength training. First, you can go in and log strength training as an activity. If you look at the activity list, strength training is there. This will work well if you already have a training plan that you are following or you're working with a separate trainer. The other option is to choose a strength training workout from the list of workouts I will provide you. However, all of the workouts I provide do contain exercises for all areas of your body. So if you wanted to split your workout up into lower body, upper body, core, etc., then you're only going to complete part of the workout each time you do it. Make sure that you complete the exercises that go along with the part of the body that you're working, and then hit save. This will log the data and will give you a good idea going forward on where your weight should be and how to increase it. Your last option is to participate in 2 strength training classes per week. Again, you would go in and log the classes as activities. The app does contain most of the general fitness classes that you'll see in the gym. If you're not sure, you can put it under general and then put a message in on what class it is. Thanks for watching the video. Now it's up to you. Begin strength training on Monday and start logging those workouts in the app. Also, please feel free to contact me throughout this program with any questions or concerns. You can always message me by clicking on my little head at the bottom of your screen.